Joshua, Benjamin, time to wake up. I made one of your favorite breakfasts. After I finally managed to get the boys out of bed, we had breakfast together and then took off to Prospect Park. Joshua is 4 and still in love with his stroller, and Benjamin is 6, and he was sure he would be a soccer player, a doctor, a police officer, many different kind of things. Passerby often would say, "Beautiful children, nice boys." Often I would just smile. "You must be a proud father," others would say. I was not Joshua and Benjamin's father. I was the babysitter, and they were my teachers. My life was far different from Joshua and Benjamin's. I'm Alex Guarino, and I was born and raised in a little village in Italy, Lusignano. My brother Salvatore is 8 years older than me. My mother Elvira is 60, and she recently wrote to me saying that she's very happy because she doesn't have to clean houses anymore, finally. She cleans hotel rooms now. My father Giuseppe has been working as a receptionist for 40 years. There is a long generation of Guarinos in the town of Lusignano, and they've never been on an airplane. By the age of 10, I knew I loved my hometown, but I felt it was too small for my curious nature, too limiting for my inquisitiveness, and too modest for the life I wanted to explore. So during my last year of high school, I started working in a cafe, making $4 an hour. I saved the money in a little piggy bank, and I hid it so nobody could see it. I climbed on top of the chair, then on top of the counter, moved the water glasses out of the way, and hid the piggy bank right behind them so nobody could see it. And every time I got paid, I followed the same routine. Even though I knew how much was there, I counted every single time I added more. It was fulfilling. One night, I climbed on the chair, then on top of the counter, moved the water glasses out of the way, and picked up the piggy bank. "Mama, Papa, the piggy bank, the money's gone." That's where I learned about the extent of my brother's problem. He had stolen my money to support his drug habit. In my small town, my brother had fallen prey to drug addiction, unheard of years in the town of Lusignano, and I became one of his victims. Determined to get away, for yet another reason, I started working 80 hours a week. I wanted to learn English and explore the world around me, but even more so, I wanted to explore the world inside of me. By the end of the summer, I finally saved enough money to be the first one in my family to ever be on an airplane. My family was in shock when I told them that I was going to Australia. After spending some time in Australia, I went back to my own town. But there was nobody I could practice the English I learned in Australia, and I felt like the world was closing in on me. But I pried it open with the internet, looking for possibilities to learn and explore. And there was the opportunity to be an au pair in the United States. And I thought about how those roles were traditionally for women, but I watched my father being one of the best papa. So surely I could perform one of those non-traditional roles that Americans often talk about. So here I found myself on a plane again. Destination, Brooklyn, New York City. And that's what I learned. I took care of Joshua and Benjamin as they were teaching me English. The children are some of the best teachers of English. They keep it simple. Even though I know that sometimes they weren't nice to me, it happens. The little knowledge I had of English saved me. So the relationship worked. After being in the US for a while, I applied to BMCC to study business administration. BMCC understands what it means for students like Alex Guarino to be challenged, to explore the world around him and the world inside of him. It was at BMCC that I met Professor Moore, an English professor who kept my attention as I rewrote my English paper 1,000 times because I wanted to be perfect, and so did he. And it was also at BMCC that I met Professor Zukic, a speech professor who nominated me team leader. How could a student whose first language is not English be the team leader in speech class? But teacher knows best. As you can see, I'm not afraid of making mistakes and speaking up anymore. After my first semester at BMCC, I was on track to graduate in 2 years, but my funds were low. As you all know, New York City is expensive. And sometimes it's very hard for students like me to save the money in a little piggy bank. In fact, sometimes we don't even have the money to purchase one. So I applied for the R2 scholarship that you support. I was very happy to receive it. In turn, I gave back to my community by serving as a peer mentor, volunteering at Meals on Wheels, and speaking at new students' orientations. BMCC encourages students to explore the world around them. This past summer, BMCC offered courses in China, India, Spain, France, Italy, with our own faculty teaching them. I chose to study in China with my classmates. And I loved the experience. I wanted to stay much longer than the scheduled 5 weeks. I wanted to be immersed in the language. But I struggled with the idea and thought it would be too expensive. But I put into practice what I learned about budgeting in my business class. I concluded it would be cheaper to study for a semester in China than live in New York City. So, thanks to Ms. Deborah Stengel, the director of study abroad program at BMCC, and the scholarship I received from you, I was able to continue studying in China last fall. And now that I'm back in the US, I'm fortunate to be enrolled in a college with such diversity that I can continue to practice the language with my peers who are fluent in Mandarin. Now I understand when the college says, start here, go anywhere. This past Friday, I was proud to serve as the valedictorian for the class of 2016. I will carry this BMCC pride with me when I enroll at Columbia University this fall. I started learning from children, Joshua and Benjamin, and wound up in the hands of world-class professors who have encouraged, motivated, and propelled me to levels I didn't know envision. And as for my brother, Salvatore, who took from me when I was younger, he too has been a teacher to me. He has turned his life around and taught me how to rise up when you're knocked down, how not to let go on a dream, and how to forgive. And you have taught me that we all need a little support. And as we receive, we should give to others. So in English I say, thank you, I appreciate your contribution. And in Italian I say, grazie mille, apprezzo molto il vostro aiuto. E in Mandarin I say, 谢谢你们的帮助。Thank you.